Assalamu alaikum. Can I please have everyone be seated? We're starting in less than 2 minutes. Please clear the aisles and have a seat. Everyone, please be seated.
The focus is off. I've been taking it's not accurate.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
Where we go?
It's the second one.
Automatic focus on.
Yeah, can you autofocus it?
It's manual focus right now.
Can you autofocus it or no?
Oh, you can't get it. There's no actually.
Nice, thanks. Good.
Graduates, please be seated. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه وبعد. Welcome to CPSA's Junior High School Graduation Ceremony for the class of 2023. I would like to initiate our ceremony this morning by inviting one of our 8th grade graduates in Hafid, Kareem Ismail, to begin with the recitation from the Quran. Kareem.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا يفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. صدق الله العظيم.
Takbir. 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 Jazakumullah khairan, Kareem, for the beautiful recitation. Now at this time, I would like to invite another one of our 8th grade graduates, Hafila Zoha Fatima, to present us with the translation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. Whether you show what is within yourselves or conceal it, Allah will bring you to account for it. Then He will forgive whom He wills and punish whom He wills, and Allah is over all things competent. The messenger believes and so do the believers, in the guidance sent down upon him from his Lord. Each of them believes in Allah and his angels and his books and his messengers. They say, we make no distinction between any of his messengers. We hear and obey. Our Lord, grant us your forgiveness. To you we are destined to return. Allah does not charge a soul except with that within its capacity. It will have the consequences of what good it has gained, and it will bear the consequences of what evil it has earned. Our Lord, do not impose blame upon us if we are forgotten or erred. Our Lord, and lay not upon us a burden like that which you laid upon those before us. Our Lord, and burden us not with that which you have the ability to bear, and pardon us, and forgive us, and have mercy upon us. You are our protector, so give us victory over the disbelieving people.
Next, I would like to call on our board member, Dr. Sayyid Waliuddin, to give the welcoming address. In addition to being a board member, Dr. Waliuddin is the parent of 2 children that are graduating today, from Mayside 8th grade and Hamza in 12th grade. So Dr. Waliuddin, please come and address us.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected principal, administrators, teachers, fellow board members, parents, and graduates. I'm here out of love for the community, and it is my privilege to represent the CPSA board to welcome you all for the graduation ceremony of class of 2023. Alhamdulillah, this is the 31st graduation ceremony for the junior high school at CPSA. As most of you know, CPSA is a vision of Dr. Salim Abdurrahman, who started this project on his own and dedicated all his life. Alhamdulillah, the whole community is benefiting from it. One of the colleagues of Dr. Salim Abdurrahman told us recently that Dr. Salim Abdurrahman used to talk about this project when they were in medical school in the 2nd year, and alhamdulillah, here they're celebrating the 31st graduation ceremony. Currently, the role of the board is to set a strategy and oversee the management. Alhamdulillah, the board and the various committee members are devoting their family time and resources to run the school. You guys have been using the AI, the artificial intelligence now, but alhamdulillah, here we have been using that for the past 25 years. When I say our own AI, that stands for Dr. Ansari and Dr. Helios. Jokes apart, may Allah reward them immensely for their dedication and hard work, and bless them with happiness and good health. Please give a big round of applause to these wonderful human beings for their work. Board knows the CPSA is just not meant for education, but the environment here also help build the character of the children and solidify their Islamic values. Under the guidance of Ms. Sama and Ms. Kazmi, another administrator, alhamdulillah, we're doing very well. Currently, there's a huge waiting list for the people to get into the CPSA, which is a testimony period. Inshallah, if in future, we might have a branch or expand it based on the added community support. We would like to thank all the teachers of the CPSA who put their hard work and dedication to nurture children to help build their knowledge, grow day by day. Please give a big round of applause to the teachers and the administrators of the CPSA. MashaAllah, every achievement needs celebration. The board would like to congratulate all the graduates and make dua that you may shine throughout your lives. Please give a big round of applause to the graduates of 2020. To graduates, this is just a stepping stone, and inshallah we expect that to put full effort for the next 4 years and go to excellent colleges. We know the competition is fierce, but we want you to prepare yourself for the real world competition. Board has been talking to some of the students in the community who got admissions into Ivy Leagues, and excellent colleges. What we found that most of the students who apply to these colleges have a similar SAT scores and the GPAs. But what makes the application stand out is the way they write the essays and also their interview skills if need be. So graduates, we want all of you to take part in the speech clubs and also join the essay writing workshops available in CPSA for the next 4 years. It will, inshallah, help you get into excellent colleges with tons and tons of scholarships. Our goal is every child should come out confident for who they are and develop the required skills needed for the future. To the parents, we now have reached a stage where more than our own personal achievements, our children's success and laurels bring more joy and pride. We highly encourage your involvement in your children's future by participating in different committees at school, as well as the parent support group. Inshallah, that will eventually take you towards joining the board. More than that, if you're the first generation parent here, it will not only help you understand the education system better, but indirectly it will help your children's future. To end this off, I would like to quote Hazrat Imam Ali Razillahu Ta'ala. He said, and I quote, "Everything diminishes when it is used, except the knowledge." Again, I would like to welcome you all for the graduation ceremony of class of 2023. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakumullah khairan, Dr. Walidi, for those wise words. I would now like to invite our principal, Ms. Sana, to give her address to the graduating class and the distinguished guests.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salatu wassalam ala Rasul al-Kareem. Congratulations to the junior high graduating class of 2023. To their parents, you all give yourself a round of applause. Please give your parents a round of applause. To your teachers who have worked so hard with you throughout the years. Round of applause. And to our board members and to everyone else who has helped you throughout the years. Alhamdulillah, this is a community effort. This is not just an individual effort. We've all worked together to work hard to ensure our children receive the best education. Alhamdulillah. I will try to make it short and sweet. We have a lot of presentations. So again, mubarak to you all. MashaAllah. Such an outstanding group of young ladies and men sitting here in front of you today. I remember some of you when you were in kindergarten and how over the years, mashallah, you've grown. And now going off into high school, spending your next 4 years with very, very hard work coming upon you, but I'm sure you're gonna do great if you're ready for it. And before you know it, going off to college. In the blink of an eye, it happens, everyone, alhamdulillah. So I'm so happy to know you will all be returning here next year. And for me to be able to witness the growth and the hard work that you will endure the next 4 years. And I know that this past will make the best of their high school experience, and I am so privileged to be a part of that growth. So reported in Sahih Bukhari and narrated by Muawiyah radiallahu anha, in a khutbah I heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, if Allah wants to do good to a person, He makes him comprehend the religion of the Prophet. I am just a distributor, but the grant is from Allah Azza wa Jalla, that this nation will remain obedient to Allah's orders, and they will not be harmed by anyone who will oppose them till Allah's order is established. This amazing hadith shows just how privileged we are that Allah has chosen us to be Muslim and learn His beautiful religion and an Islamic education at CPSA, alhamdulillah. That is what CPSA is here for. They're here to provide you the Islamic and religious knowledge and the worldly secular knowledge to better this world that we live in. Because with deed and education comes power. We want to leave this earth better than how we entered it. As lifelong learners, we must make the best of every situation, opportunity that comes our way, and trust that Allah will take care of the rest. With that, you have attained here at CPSA and continue to attain throughout the years. Your knowledge and experience will carry you in this life and the hereafter, inshallah. Again, Mubarak to my graduates, to their loved ones, and to their teachers that guided them throughout the long way. Looking forward to an exciting 4 more years. Mubarak to you all.
Jazakumullah khairan for those wise words. It is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for our program this morning, Dr. Zubair Dabi. Zubair Dabi grew up in London Heights. He completed his from IIE in Elgin and Islamic Foundation in Villa Park. He attended CPSA for high school and graduated in 2008. He went to Benedictine University for undergrad. He attended Midwestern University for medical school. He then completed his emergency medicine residency through Midwestern University. He now works as an ER physician in Franciscan Hospital in Crown Point, Indiana, and teaches multiple courses at Midwestern University Medical School as adjunct faculty. He lives in Lombard with his wife and 2 kids. Please welcome CPSA's keynote speaker, Dr. Zubair Dabi.
Alhamdulillah wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, distinguished faculty members, parents, and most importantly, the class of 2023, it is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before you to address you at your graduation today. This is a momentous occasion and celebration of the past few years of growth, hard work, and achievement. I would like to start by extending my congratulations to each of you for reaching this important milestone in your academic journey. We gather here today and find ourselves at a crossroads, a transition point from an academic standpoint of completing junior high and beginning high school. In most places, you'd be going to a completely new building, a new facility. However, for most of you, you're likely moving down the hall to a different classroom. It is exciting and a little bittersweet as you transition over to new faculty. However, you're not too far removed from the teachers and the mentors that helped you through this journey so far. This is a time to be grateful and to be proud of your accomplishments. The reason you're at CPSA is for its academic excellence, but also for its Islamic values that it instills in its students. As Muslims, every time we reach a milestone in our life, it is a time to reflect. It is a time to look at the bounties and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that have allowed us to achieve our goals. And secondly, to be grateful for what we have achieved and to be grateful for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of His blessings and bounties. As Muslims, we know that if we are grateful to Him, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase us in our blessings. When we look at our social environment, there is a lot of talk about quote-unquote privilege. And there is a lot of privilege to go to a private Islamic school. And for that blessing, we say alhamdulillah. We also need to acknowledge the hard work that its founding members and current staff and board members have put in order to make it the wonderful place that it is. Going to CPSA is not an opportunity that is afforded to everyone. As in the current environment, even the waitlist at CPSA has an additional waitlist. This is a time that is filled with hope, anticipation, and some nervousness as you embark onto the next chapter of your education with new challenges ahead. But I want to assure you that, inshallah, you are more than prepared by your teachers to face these challenges and have already been equipped with the tools you need to deal with the famously rigorous academic curriculum that is high school at CPSA. And I know it's rigorous because when I was in high school, I took some time off for HIPS. And between 9th and 10th grade, when I returned to 10th grade on my first pre-calculus exam, I got 11%. But somehow I graduated high school and college and graduate school and I'm here speaking today. And this is not a testament to myself, but a testament to the hard work and the perseverance of my teachers that guided me through this process. A lot of times in Western and modern society, our perspective is very focused on individualism and self-achievement. But a lot of times we lose sight of the foundational reasons that we are able to achieve what we have in our lives. And those foundational reasons are primarily the hard work of our teachers and the support and du'as of our parents. I can guarantee you there's no better catalyst and no bigger key to success than the du'as of your parents and teachers. With those two things, you can accomplish far beyond your capacity, and it will take you farther than any SAT score or any of your own personal abilities. We live in a society of uncertainty, and when we live in a society of uncertainty, everyone hedges and covers themselves with insurance policies when dealing with uncertainty. It is to the point where people buy insurance policies for their insurance policy, right, known as umbrella insurance. Right? Umbrella insurance covers your costs when your insurance limits run out. As Muslims, we understand that the du'as and prayers of our parents and teachers are our insurance policy when it comes to having a source of light and guidance and a source of protection from calamities and failure. Right? There's a reason that even the best athletes require a coach, and what better mentors we can have than our teachers and our parents. And I can tell you that the teachers at CPSA care, because one of my teachers at CPSA, when we were there, was hospitalized for a little while. And then even while he was at the hospital, he would call students over to teach them so that they could go back to school and relay those concepts to the rest of their classmates. As I said, when I got 11% in pre-calculus, that same teacher after school sat for hours tutoring us. And they didn't do this because of overtime or extra pay. They did this because they were selfless. Right? They took time away from their lives, from their families, and sacrificed for our betterment as students. They saw us more than students. They saw us as their children, as the future of the Muslim Ummah. That level of selflessness and dedication is not something you're going to find anywhere else. These past few years in junior high have been a period of immense personal and intellectual growth. For all of you, you faced a lot of challenges, both inside and outside of the classroom. You went through a phenomenon that was foreign to all of us, right, called remote learning. And despite all of these challenges, you came out stronger and wiser in spite of them. And although this is the beginning stage of the process, you have still discovered your passions, developed your talents, and formed your unique identities. As we look to the next steps, we have 4 years ahead that I would argue are 4 of the most important and critical years in the life of a young individual. These quote-unquote teenage years play an important part in the development of your life and the outlook on life that you have. It is a time that you start to make decisions about your career and college, and although it is not in the very immediate future, it is a time when your surroundings and events in your life have a significant impact on deciding your career. It is also a time when you're most impacted by the trends and the fitna that is around you. You face new challenges that have not been faced by generations before you, whether it is social media, identity issues, the immense access to information and different things you have on your cell phones, and the amount of information and targeted propaganda that you face, whether it's artificial intelligence that is going to impact you and your mindset and your life directly or indirectly. There are multi-billion and trillion-dollar companies that are solely focused on influencing young minds and prospective consumers. The point of highlighting this is not to make you feel hopeless or overwhelmed, but to draw attention to this juncture in your life, this moment in your life over the next few years, and to remind you that you have a lot of support in your teachers and your parents, and to trust them and communicate with them. Tell them about the struggles and the challenges you face instead of hiding them or thinking that you're strong enough to face them on your own. We have begun to talk a lot about mental health in society, and rightfully so. And I want to remind you that it is not a weakness to ask for help and seek guidance from your parents and teachers. Rather, it takes a great amount of self-awareness to acknowledge your limitations and to seek guidance from those with more experience. Although your challenges might be new in what they're called, but in principle, as Muslims, the ideology that guides us is still the same, and the fitna and trials are dealt with the same guiding principles of our deen. Every generation feels that their challenges are unique. But the saying goes, if you put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig, right? And just because you change the way people change the way that they commit haram, haram is still haram. There are many places that offer academic excellence, but not many that can guide you in accordance with the principles of being. One of the biggest benefits that I feel I received from attending CPSA was the good company and the friends that I gained. There are friends that I still have that are friends for life. There's a special bond that you form even if you spend a year or two with them at the school. And any given day, you can walk into any restaurant in Roosevelt Road or the local gyms and see students from different generations of CPSA who are playing basketball or eating or spending time with each other. Even those who have graduated 25 years ago still spend time with their classmates. You benefit from the good company of those around you while you're in school and outside of school. It is the same Islamic brotherhood and sisterhood and the shared ideology that prevents you from venturing into the impermissible. And there's even a sense of guilt that you have if you were to do something that ideologically clashes with those around you. Because of this good company, your mind thinks twice before you say or do something that is less than ideal. Additionally, in these next few years, you will also build and continue to build upon a brotherhood and sisterhood and form a bond with those around you throughout the summers and all throughout the school years. As a side note, Shaitan is the master of evil. So do not waste your time and your youth arguing about differences of opinion, whether they're about fiqh and zabiha and moon sighting, etc. Focus on the positives, right? And rely on your teachers and parents for guidance. It is naive to think that you can solve all the world's problems and the problems of the Muslim community with divisive discussions and arguments. If you want to do something noteworthy, focus on yourself, because that is where you will have the greatest impact. And then you can focus on those around you and your family. The other concern that I wanted to bring up today is that at the back of your mind, as you navigate through these next 4 years, that you should be trying to build a strong foundation, a base of knowledge, a concrete ideology, a strong Muslim identity. That identity will help you when you leave this nourishing environment, right? This nurturing environment. This environment, the good Islamic environment of CPSA, does not last in the real world. It doesn't come standard in life outside of CPSA. It's not part and parcel of your life unless you make an effort to make it so. You go from leading the Friday prayer at your school to having a hard time finding the Friday prayer at your university and your job. Do not take your current environment for granted. Rather, let it solidify your worldview and your Muslim identity so that it is unshaken in the turbulent environment that lies outside of the walls of CPSA. And the reason I bring up the outside world, aka the life outside of CPSA, is because it is not too far away. And within a blink of an eye, you'll be graduating from high school, and maybe even at the same banquet hall, right? And you will think to yourself that where did the last 4 years go? You will be faced with large decisions with regards to your career, and by the time of your high school graduation speech, it might be a little bit too late to alter some of those decisions. We live in a strange country, right? It's ajib that you can't rent a car till you're 26, but you can commit to hundreds of thousands of dollars in student debt by the time you're 18. So the purpose of highlighting this is so that you spend these next few years finding good mentors and looking for guidance in your parents and teachers regarding your future. It is also very important to have mentors and students who are a couple of years ahead of you in high school and ask their advice as well. There's also another dilemma that happens when you go to an Islamic school. And having been to a few, I can tell you this firsthand. That you might find other classmates or friends that do things outside of those walls of the school that are suspect at the very least, and it's not impermissible. And it is hard on your mind because you see this as other Muslims doing things, and it's hard to process about things being wrong right away. Because at first glance, you're like, these are Muslim people doing things that can't be that wrong. As opposed to when you go to public school, it's very easy. You see non-Muslims doing things that are permissible, and your mind can process it, and you can understand it as a difference of ideology, a difference of religion, and it's easy to digest. But when you see your own fellow classmates doing things, it's heavy on your mind and heart, and it's much more challenging to process. It's one of the challenges that comes with going to an Islamic school, but one where you have to ultimately resort to the guiding principles of our deen and the Quran and Sunnah, as opposed to peer pressure and justification that Shaitan will put in your brain. Because Shaitan will tell you that it's not that bad, that other Muslims are doing it, so it must not be that bad. And if you let that argument win, it's a very, very slippery slope from there. When you have the privilege of attending an Islamic school, you should embody yourself with a sense of Islamic identity. And this Islamic identity is to know your values and have confidence that there's a level of superiority you feel from your having Islam in your life. The superiority is not about you as an individual, it is about your way of life. That when you graduate from this school, that you understand that your way of life as a Muslim is better for you, and your ideology allows you to live a more wholesome life, and that your outlook on life takes into account an akhirah, an afterlife which is more valuable than the temporary gains and pleasures that you might be tempted by. Feeling confident in your Islam means that you know that you are in a better position to deal with crisis and challenges, because you know with certainty and yaqeen that nothing good or bad happens except with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the outside world, others around you don't know how to deal with uncertainty in their life. But you believe in a higher power and the afterlife that allows you to put things into context and not have an identity crisis with every challenge that you face. Be proud of your deen and your Muslim identity. Your mere presence as an excellent and trustworthy co-worker or business owner and your unapologetic Muslim identity will be a means of da'wah to those people around you. And whether you like it or not, people will judge the deen and the school itself based on your character and your actions. In closing, congratulations once again to the class of 2023. Your journey has just begun, and I have no doubt that you will accomplish great things. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill your high school years and the rest of your lives with joy and growth and help solidify your identity as Muslims. May Allah ta'ala put barakah in your time and keep you all with good health. May Allah bless and inspire your teachers and faculty to guide you to become excellent leaders of the community and the ummah. May you all embrace the challenges and seize the opportunities and make CPSA, the Muslim community in Chicago Sharif, and the world a better place than where you found it. Assalamu alaikum.
This time, inshallah, the Samaj is going to give Dr. Zubair a plaque of appreciation. This year, our 8th grade class is, mashallah, an outstanding group of young men and women. Their intellect, dedication, and wit speak immensely about their thirst for knowledge. They are diverse in their interests and talents, yet work collectively and cooperatively. Today, we'll be recognizing the class co-valedictorians. Inshallah, at this time, I'm going to introduce the first one, and then she'll speak, and then the second one will speak. So, at this time, I'm going to be introducing Safiya Ali. Safiya Ali has been attending CPSA since 2012, making this her 11th year at the school. Throughout her middle school years, she has been a member of the basketball, volleyball, and robotics teams. She is a part of NJHS and tutors elementary students. Along with her co-valedictorian, her science fair partner, Benza Munir, they received the Gold Award in regional and state science fairs this year. Please welcome Safiya Ali.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Safiya Ali, and I'm proud to be this year's co-valedictorian. First, I would like to take a moment to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the administration for allowing me to stand here and address my fellow graduates, parents, and guests. It is not only our efforts as students, but our parents as well that made this accomplishment possible. I'm very grateful for the everlasting support from my parents, family, friends, teachers, classmates, and most importantly, my co-valedictorian. Today is the day of our junior high graduation ceremony, a day we all have been waiting for since the start of the school year. Throughout the months, we have been striving to reach this goal, to experience this day, the day in which we are recognized as the 8th grade class of 2023. I'm happy to say that we have finally accomplished this milestone and are eager to undergo in the years ahead. The importance of education has always been important to be emphasized. Knowledge is important in Islam as well, as it has been passed down to us by the pious, whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down to teach us on the matters of the world. Our beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the most remarkable example of the man who valued education. Abu Darda radiallahu anhu reported that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "He who follows the path in quest of knowledge, Allah will make the path of Jannah easy to him. The angels lower their wings over the seeker of knowledge, being pleased with what he does. The inhabitants of the heavens and the earth, and even the fish in the depth of the oceans, seek forgiveness for him. The superiority of the learned man over the devout worshipper is like that of the full moon to the rest of the stars. The learned are the heirs of the prophets, who bequeath neither dinar nor dirham, but only that of knowledge, and he who acquires it has in fact acquired an abundant portion." Reported in Abu Dawood and Tirmidhi. We often ask how the subject can help us in the real world. How will we benefit from this? Why do we have to learn this? Each class, each subject has its own purpose for allowing students to obtain skills that will surely eventually help them in life, though they might not see each benefit in the present. At CPSA, we are blessed to have a space to grow and flourish amongst peers of our own religion. This is where I have strengthened my faith in Islamic knowledge and learned basic social skills and subjects. I have attended this school since I was 3 years old, and with each year that has passed, I have made amazing friends and had great teachers, whose motivation and support helped me get through my ups and downs. Growing up, our class would watch the high schoolers in the hallway, and the elementary teachers would tell us that they were in the older grades. Now, we are in the older grades. Our class experienced middle school in 3 different phases: online, hybrid, and in person. Alhamdulillah, we were still able to learn a lot, despite the struggles we faced with each transition. Middle school is a preparation for the ultimate challenge of high school. We are about to begin 4 rigorous years of hard work and stress. We have made it this far, and all we have to do is keep going. In high school, everything matters. Every grade counts. As a class, we are one community, and we should work together to establish an everlasting, esteemed legacy for ourselves. Remember that every action you make has a consequence, and that consequence can affect not only yourself, but your classmates as well. Your classmates are your friends. They are there to support you on this journey and not to hold you back. We can only do so much alone, but together we can conquer anything. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fills these upcoming years with goodness and ease, and allows us to obtain and recognize the knowledge that we are blessed with. Lastly, I want to thank all my classmates for giving us an amazing 3 years, and I know most of us might be returning, but those who are leaving and embarking on a new journey, I wish you all the success now and in the future. Jazakallah khairan.
And at this time, Samah is going to be recognized in her with the valedictorian plaque. Inshallah, at this time, I'm going to be introducing her co-valedictorian, Commencement has been a student at CPSA since 2018. She is a member of the National Junior Honor Society and will be an officer next year, inshallah. During her journey throughout middle school, she has been part of Math Counts, AMC 8, ICTM, the speech team, and the basketball and volleyball teams. She and her partner Safir Ali competed in the state science fair recently and received gold. Please welcome Commencement.
My name is Commencement, and I'm one of this year's co-valedictorians. I would like to extend thanks to everyone for coming to celebrate the 8th grade graduates of 2023 and for supporting us during this week from junior high and high school. It is because of the consistent encouragement we received from all of you that we were able to make it this far. Thank you to the parents, relatives, teachers, and everyone who has worked so hard to help us achieve our successes. And thank you to my fellow classmates and friends. We have been together every step of the way, and inshallah we will keep going throughout high school as well. My fellow valedictorian has pretty much covered everything we wanted to leave you with, but I would like to add on to the words.
We have been preparing for this moment for the past 3 years. We climbed up to the position we are in now, and we are ready to keep climbing higher. Each class, each semester, each grade we received has been towards building a sturdy foundation upon which we can expand and rise. While the struggles we went through at school may seem trivial and unimportant right now, each step we're taking is helping us get stronger, smarter, and better prepared for high school and for our futures. As a Chinese philosopher Confucius once said, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. To challenge myself academically, but also an institution where I can feel like something bigger than myself. The founder of our school, Dr. Salim Abdurrahman, started CPSA out of his apartment in 1989. Now, over 30 years later, our school is thriving, and we are part of his legacy. All the sacrifices he made to provide Muslim students with a safe space to learn and develop have enabled us to bloom and fulfill our potential. Another year has come and gone, and great things have been accomplished. As we move into high school, we are presented with new challenges and opportunities to progress. While it will be difficult, time has shown that we are capable of amazing things once we set our minds. All these years are chock full of experiences, playing sports, exchanging gifts, going on field trips, the list goes on. We also learned a lot and came closer to each other. Our class functions as one unit, moving together to overcome the inevitable challenges on the path to advancing. We have come far, and there is still more to go. There is no going back, there's only the future and what is ahead. Inshallah, there will be many more successes in our futures. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us and keep us guided on this path and give us all long, happy, and productive lives. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to aid us and grant us victory, to strengthen our faith, and to allow us to gain more knowledge and make good use of it. I thank everyone again for being here to empower us and cheer us on. Thank you.
Inshallah, Ms. Samah will present her with the valedictorian part as well. Jazakumullah khairan, Sophia and Kenza, for your very inspirational speeches. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and all of your fellow graduates and all the parents and everybody here. The best of this dunya and the akhirah. We now ask our National Junior Honor Society members to please stand and be recognized. NJHS members, please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to ask the junior high school graduates to please rise and be recognized. Now, I would like to invite our principal, Ms. Samah Hassan, to confer upon you the Diploma of Junior High School.
By the virtue of the authority of the Board of Directors vested in me, I hereby confer upon you the Diploma of Junior High School and all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In due course, you will come forward to receive your diploma. Congratulations to each one of you. Please step forward when your name is called.
Alina Ahmed. Safia Ali. Ajwa. رميسة هاشمي. نايلة نواز حسين. هانيا شارك إقبال. ملاك جبرة. حفصة حياة جويا. أسماء خاتون. نسيبة ماجد. أنا محي الدين. كنزة منير. أماني بتاو. صفية آسيا قادري. آسيا ساجد. حفصة سمين. صفا سعيد. زليرة شام. أروى بلال شريف. زارة سراج. Zainab Surati is not here, but Zainab Surati is graduating as well. And Mariam Tarhouni. Now, inshallah, moving over to the boys. Yusuf Abdul Khalik. Sayyid Munib Hamza. Rumayn Alimuddin. Hussein Albi. زيد أنصاري. عامر أرشد. بيان أسامي. عمر بشير. وهاب چودھری. ماس چودھری. ابراہیم گولی والے. مکرم حسن. احمد حسین. محمد حسین. عدنان حسینی. عمران حسن. كريم إسماعيل. إبراهيم أحمد خان. إبراهيم عدنان خان. زهير حسين مير. مصطفى محمد. صديق محمد. سهيل محمد. يوسف رزوان. حمزة صديقي. and Albert Yilmaz. Graduates, please move your tassel to the left to signify your status as university. Congratulations, and please be seated. I would like to call upon our academic and Curriculum Coordinator, Ms. Ezra Javine, to make the closing remarks.
Thank you, everyone. I won't take long because I'm sure you're all eagerly waiting to celebrate your success. It is indeed the mercy and great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we would gather here in person to celebrate the success and achievements of our junior high graduates. My warmest congratulations to the graduates and their families. To all the graduates present here today in this joyous event, I commend you for the hard work you put in reaching what you have achieved today. Continue to strive hard academically and hold on to your Islamic morals to accomplish your goals. Now that you have passed the challenges of middle school, it's time for you to move on to take up much bigger challenges of high school. Treat this graduation day as a gateway to a higher level of learning. Another door awaits for you with lots of chances, challenges, and pursuits. Set your goal at the start of high school and do your best to fulfill your goals. Remember, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to shower His blessings upon you at every step in your life. Ameen. Congratulations once again to the high school class of 2027. And my best wishes to you for your future endeavors. Looking forward to seeing you all back at CPSA next year, inshallah, with full of energy and ready to take the challenges of high school. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate this occasion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to call Dr. Rizwan to make the closing dua.
Jazakumullah khairan, Mr. Lee, for those words. At this time, before I make the dua, I would like to request all the teachers to stand up, please. Let's hear it for our teachers. Siblings as well. Is there siblings here? Please stand up. The reason I want to do that is just to remind our graduates and everybody that in order for anybody to succeed, it's a collective effort. He made that very clear. But in order for any of us to move forward in life, it's a collective effort, right? So always, out of thanking and showing gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's always critical to thank the people that are in our lives, and sometimes we overlook and neglect as well. And before I make the dua, I'd also like to take a moment and thank the members of the graduation committee, especially the dynamic duo of Ms. Nasreen and Ms. Dovish. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث اصلح لنا شأننا كله ولا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين وأقل من ذلك اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على طاعتك. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His beautiful names and His glorious attributes, that He blesses all our graduates, their families, and teachers of school. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us and guide others through us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be sources of goodness for our school, our community, our community, and the akhirah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us and our children from all types of trials and tribulations, those which are apparent and those which are hidden. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us in every situation and circumstance and not leave us from the path of peace or devices for even the blink of an eye. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He allows us to see truth as truth and gives us the ability to follow it, allows us to see falsehood as falsehood and gives us the ability to stay away from it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala any challenges, obstacles that our students may be facing in the years that come ahead, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps them, protects them, and preserves them. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us all to help them reach their potential and reach the ultimate pleasure, which is His success, which is the ultimate success, which is His pleasure, and success in this dunya and the akhirah. It is a true representation of the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remains pleasing Him the goal of all of our lives. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He allows us to follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in all aspects of our lives. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. I would like to thank everyone for joining us for our junior high school commencement program. This concludes the 2023 junior high school graduation of the College Preparatory School of America. Again, congratulations. Yes, please remain seated. We're going to have the graduates come out first, and then you can meet them in the hall for our refreshments. Inshallah, please cooperate with us. We have the high school graduation at 12 o'clock as well. Graduates, please rise. Let's hear it for our graduates again, inshallah.